Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to share the pilot study on adaptive fashion and experimental design education. I will tell it as a short story about a small laboratory of the dressing and undressing I run with my students. Dressing and undressing are routines most of us take for granted. For many disabled people, these simple acts can be daily struggles, moments of dependence, and points of exclusion from mainstream fashion. Clothing is never just functional. It carries dignity, agency, and belonging, but adaptive solutions are often sidelighted as a niche deviation from the normative body. I ask a simple question: what happens if able bodied students enter a controlled experiment where getting dressed suddenly became difficult? Could such a workshop increase awareness of barriers, spark critical reflection on body norms, and inspire practical ideas for more inclusive clothing design? I invited 8 voluntary non disabled students from social sciences and fashion theory related courses to a 3 hour workshop. After a brief introduction and pre workshop survey, they rotated through 4 stations with deliberately modified garments: a shirt buttoned while wearing thick gloves, a hoodie with a narrow neck and restricted arm movement, sweatpants with thick, irritating seams, and a sensory t-shirt full of itchy tags, rough textures, and noisy inserts. Working in pairs, students alternated as a user and assistant, while I observed difficulties, emotional reaction, compensatory strategies, and aha moments. A group discussion followed, exploring what felt hardest and whether functionality necessarily compromised our aesthetics. The session ended with a post workshop survey, letting us compare pre and post workshop scores and collect qualitative reflections. Survey results showed gains across all statements. Students reported greater empathy, awareness of barriers, and confidence in identifying problematic design elements and imagining inclusive solutions. The biggest shifts were in understanding how challenging dressing can be for disabled people and seeing impact of garment construction on independence. Qualitative data added nuance. Students highlighted tiny buttons, narrow zippers, stiff cuffs, and non-stretch panels. Details are often invisible when the body fits the norm. Initially, many thought helpful features would look medical or unattractive. Interestingly, the design ideas students granted for were not new. Their value lay in rediscovery. If non designers can arrive at these solutions in a few hours through experience, the problem is not technical but cultural: a lack of imagination, education, and disabled representation in mainstream fashion. So, I leave you with a question. If 8 students in one afternoon can rethink normal clothing and propose inclusive alternatives, what might it happen if experimental disability informed workshops became a standard part of design education and not the exceptions? Thank you.